Everybody needs beauty as well as bread, places to play and pray in, where nature may heal and clear and give strength to body and soul alike. John Muir. Those are funny looking trees. I recognize those. Those are madrones. You see them up in the Sierras too. Like they don't have any bark and they get a sunburn. I think they're a Pacific madrone, but I'm not sure. Kind of like an extra large sized manzanita. You okay? Uh-oh, this might get a little too wet for me. So what I do when I'm out here, I'm off the trail. That way is approximately north. And I'm going up the creek because I want to see what's up there. Now I just crossed this little creek and I crossed it right there. So I leave myself a little road sign. I just stack some sticks up right here. Now, if it was an emergency situation, or, if I was in a troubled spot, I have some orange electrical tape in my pocket. I would probably put that right there to help signal it. But as it is, I don't want to pollute the, environment anymore or leave no trace. So I'm not going to do that. But just to show, just a simple tripod like that, it's going to remind me, because I'm going to go back up over in there and then follow the creek up. And this just reminds me that this is where I crossed the creek, and I want to go that way down towards the pond. So once again, all I'm doing is I took this log and I kind of pointed it in the direction I'm going, which is that way. That's where I came from. So what I usually do when I blaze a trail is I give myself the route back home. So I laid the log right there, and I drove that stick in right there, and that's telling me which way to go. Now again, I could get out my orange electrical tape if I wanted, if it was really critical. But just for the sake of the exercise, I'm going to save on the orange tape. Besides, that's just something else I have to pick up. But that's the way I want to go back. That'll take me down back into the creek and where I crossed the creek. Now, of course, this is just an exercise. I know I'm going downhill that way, and I know I will be heading north to get back to the pond. But, if I bump my head and wake up in the middle of the night, I may not know if it's over there, or if it's over there, or if it's over there. It can get confusing. Now, I'm up in the big trees here. There's not a lot of sunlight. We got these open spots down here, which is wonderful. But that means very little sunlight. Look at that. Look at these big, giant, gorgeous looking trees. I believe that's a tan oak right there, but I'm not sure. Looks like we got some deadfalls right there too. I'm going to be careful. A lot of madrone. I have to get closer to that one. I'm not sure if that's a redwood or just the redwoods in this area are stunted. They're not their full length because it's a little high in elevation for them. They tend to be a little bit lower down in the fog level. Smells so good up here though. Hi, I'm a little forest elf. Please help me take care of the forests. They're my home, and they're the only ones I got. Thank you. Hi guys. I've been messing around with my new knife, the Toologic knife that Clint got me from Fire 16 something something, I forgot. I'll put his link down below. I'm sorry, Clint. It's a nice little knife. I'm been playing around with it. I like making like little totems and things like that. It's a great way to work on detail, Not very usable, but still a lot of fun. So we'll set my little friend right there. He's not going to stay there. Oh, it's okay. Back to navigation. We're talking about navigation today. I am not an expert in this field. I've taken some classes on it and stuff like that, but generally when I'm out here like this, I don't get a lot of places where I can blaze a trail or something like that. I have a Lensmatic at home. You know, I do have some maps at home. Generally what I tend to take with me are the little maps that you get from the forest ranger and stuff at the trailheads and things like that. I carry a couple little compasses, just really simple little ones. You know, this one right here is a Boy Scout compass, you know, a little Boy Scout of America. I've had this for a long, long time. I took this with me on the John Muir Trail. It works. It's been working for a long, long time. And then I have this little button that I got a little while ago, I guess, you know, before Christmas. It's a good little compass. I like it. It seems to be working fine for me. It does have a little scale on it, so you can set your declination, you know. I don't use them very much, though. I get a general idea. I make sure, like right now, I know my car is parked southeast from here, you know, and that's about all I worry about. I get a general northeast setting. When I'm up here in these big trees like this, I, you know, tracking the sun and stuff can be rather difficult. So this does come in handy for that. My number one thing, though, is I do make sure I know where I'm going. Even if I'm just scouting around and stuff, I leave a trail, right? I blaze. The Indians did it a long time ago. There's all sorts of interesting literature out there about blazing trails, about how to do it. I keep it as simple as I can. I do have some orange tape right here. It's getting a little low. I need to get more. I keep orange tape wrapped around everything. It's orange electrical tape. It's just handy in case I get cuts or stuff. I can use it for cordage or binding and things like that. And I can use it to blaze a trail if I need to make sure that I'm not walking around in circles. You know, I try not to use it. A day like today and stuff, I gave myself, I didn't need to, but I went ahead and just gave myself some blazes to let me know which way to go. Sometimes for me, because I'm up in really hilly country, I just like to know which way I got up so that I don't end up walking off into a dead end where there's a cliff or it's harder to get up and down, you know. Those are the things I do. I always try to keep it natural when I can. You know, I really don't like leaving this stuff scattered all over the place or wasting it. You know, but if it was more of a survival situation, yeah, I would be blazing my trail with this stuff, you know. You might have saw one of my other videos. If I can find garbage, you know, tin cans and bottles and stuff like that, I will use that a lot. I will put it up on top of sticks or hang it out of trees or something, get it up by eye level if possible. You know, put it there and to help me, remind me that that's where I was at. You know, everywhere you go. I came up here and obviously they're trying to protect these forests around here. Well, here's a bottle of rabbit and deer repellent. You know, they're trying to keep this stuff up, keep the animals off the trees, and they left behind their garbage. You know, so I'll pick it up, I guess, take it with me. But still, you know, you can't get away from it. Another navigational tool I use all the time is my, you know, my little Bushcraft book. You know, with this I always, you know, it's a do-everything type book. You know, I draw pictures, I draw tracks. A lot of you guys in the Bushcraft community, I'm sure, you know, I've seen a lot of you guys do the same type of thing. You know, I do draw little maps and stuff like that, just so areas of interest and things. And if I'm in an area where I'm kind of new to, and if I don't have one of these maps or something like that to draw on, yeah, I'll make my own, you know. It's just part of the learning experience, too. And it's good, good habit, I believe. Anyways, that's it. That's my navigation, my favorite things, and a tip or two maybe. Maybe it'll help somebody. Thanks all for watching. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.